And we've seen it all. As a blitzer, in coverage, creating turnovers, and then here versus the run, playing sideline to sideline. He can do it all on the football field.
I mean, Dane, this is first round tape, is it not? What's up, Browns fans? Nathan Zegura here with another edition of the Browns Breakdowns, where we go in the film room to take a look at your 2021 Browns draft class. And who better to break it down? There's nobody than Dane Brugler, the senior draft analyst for The Athletic. He'll be joining me for this entire series. And today, Dane, we're going to go ahead and look at a guy that many people are considering already to be the steal of the draft, as the Browns get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in the second round. They move up to get him, and they get a playmaking linebacker who can do it all. He can rush the passer. He can cover. He can go sideline to sideline and bring physicality. This one shocked a lot of people to get the Butkus Award winner, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, where the Browns did. But hey, that's all in the past. They've got him now. Big picture, what do they have in JOK?
Well, you hit on it. Everything that he can do, that versatility because of his athleticism. So many people get hung up on, oh, is he a linebacker? Is he a safety? Is it what position? He is a playmaker, and he's going to play mostly in the box, most likely. He's not your traditional stack linebacker, but he can do so many different things that he's going to help this defense. He's going to help the personnel packages. He's going to help the coaches do their job better. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see him, how he's deployed, how they use him, and just, what kind of packages they have put together for him. So with his athleticism, that's what really sets him apart. And I think that's what we're going to see on film here today.
Well, once the Browns knew they were getting him, linebacker coach Jason Tarver, head coach Kevin Stefanski, defensive coordinator Joe Woods immediately ran to the whiteboard to try to figure out ways to use him. And as we're going to watch here in this 4-play sequence, you're going to get the whole enchilada, anything you want out of a linebacker and a guy you can play in space in the modern NFL. And we're going to start with his ability to blitz and explode to the quarterback.
Well, yeah, simply put, he was one of the most explosive players in this past draft. One of the most explosive. And I think that one of the best parts of his game is really let him loose and let him blitz, because he can use that explosiveness and attack from different angles. So on this play here, he's lined up over the slot receiver, and notice how he's not tipping his hand. As we run the tape here, he's not tipping his hand before the snap. The quarterback doesn't know he's coming here. There's really nothing pre-snap for the quarterback to know. But then post-snap, watch him shoot through that B gap, get on the quarterback before he can do anything. Most linebackers, they're not making this play because they just don't have this type of speed. That explosiveness is so rare. And look, if Owusu-Koramoah is just a hair slower, the quarterback's probably going to find that running back. Watch the running back. He's wide open. If JOK is just a hair slower, the quarterback is going to find that running back, an easy dump off. The offense probably picks up some positive yardage here. But because of the speed, because of the explosiveness, because of the angles where he's coming from, he finds the fastest way to the football. And that's the difference here. That's what makes blitzing arguably one of the best parts of his game.
I mean, he is shot out of a cannon on this play. It's kind of incredible when you watch it. It almost looks like JOK's in fast forward and everybody else is in normal speed.
Right. Yeah, that's it. And he's so quick, 0 to 60 with his first two steps. And I just really impressed here how he hid his intentions. So the quarterback did not know pre-snap. And we could look at this from the end zone angle. We could see the quarterback's eyes. Look, he's not even looking at JOK because he doesn't know he's coming, because JOK didn't give him any indication that the blitz was coming. So by the time he gets his eyes over there, it's a blur. I mean, he is on top of the quarterback before the quarterback can even breathe. So just the explosiveness here, it just really jumps off the tape to anybody who's watching. I don't care. You can see the explosiveness here.
He literally is blurry right there. He is blurry in this film. He is moving too fast for the film, and that is a great thing. So in this defense, yes, you are going to get linebackers. You're going to blitz. Think about this, Browns fans. You put Myles Garrett on the outside, and you put Jadeveon Clowney inside of him over against, say, the left tackle and the left guard. Well, of course, there's sliding protection that way. And then you have JOK blitzing off of the nickel, as you see, against the right tackle, right guard. What are they going to do? There's no chance. And these are the things that Joe Woods is going to be able to dial up. But if you're going to be lined up out there in the slot, you also have to be able to cover. And that's one of the things that the Browns, I know, and you, Dane, loved about JOK, his ability to cover and make plays in space.
Well, and that's what we talk about, the versatility, because you can line him up over the slot and he's going to be able to do that for you, whether it's the tight end, with a slot receiver. So as we go to this next play against Pitt, we see Owusu-Koramoah. He's back out there in the slot. He's ready to cover. And, we could blitz from this formation. We don't know, but he's back over the slot. Look at Pitt. They're going 5 wide here. He tries to use a 2-hand jam on the slot receiver here, and the receiver does a nice job. He actually avoids the two-hand jam. He's able to get his route upfield. So most linebackers, they're cooked at this point, but not JOK, because he has that athleticism where he can turn and make up that lost half step. Watch him look for the ball, go up, extend, make the play. Easy transition. He's able to regain that speed. The awareness, once he sees the receiver looking for the ball, that's when he gets his eyes turned back towards the line of scrimmage to find the football. The ball's a little underthrown, and JOK takes advantage of it, finds the ball, takes advantage of it, and makes the interception. Big time play we're just not seeing many linebackers make plays like this in the NFL.
Well, I bet it's certainly useful, Dane, and I got this from your guide, The Beast, which everybody needs to get every draft season. He was first-team All-State as a wide receiver in high school, and you see the ball skills, right? He looked like a wide receiver on that play.
Yep, that was what I was going to talk about next. You took the words right out of my mouth. He showed wide receiver-like traits here with his ability to locate the ball and then attack with his hands. He makes it look really natural here. So you see that offensive background with the way he plays. And again, not making contact. He sees the receiver look back towards the line of scrimmage, look for the ball. That's when JOK, instead of panicking, he turns his head and looks for the ball and makes a play. So he looks really comfortable out there in coverage.
He most certainly is. And so, all right, we've got blitzing, we've got coverage, and now there's going to be a time when the ball's going to come near him and he's got to make a tackle, make a play. And obviously what they preach in the Browns linebacker room is get the ball out. And here he does just that.
Yeah, this is a play against Clemson. And it's important to point out here, this is a 3rd and 8 play. So this is a chance for Notre Dame to get a stop deep in Clemson territory. He's lined up bottom of the screen in the slot, and he's going up against Amari Rodgers, really good player. He's a 3rd-round pick of the Packers in this past draft. So as we run it, Rodgers, we see, he needs 8 yards. He runs a really good slant route here. The quarterback, watch, he's going to put it right on him. Boom, should be a first down, right? Well, look at Owusu-Koramoah. He does a great job using those 33-inch arms, long arms. He's able to wrap just as Rodgers is attempting to finish the catch, and he knocks it out for a forced fumble. And again, it's important to point out here how, it's not just the physical traits. Yes, the closing ability. Yes, the length. That helps make this play. But when you watch the understanding of where the sticks are, watch his angle to the play. It's as big a part of making this forced fumble happen as his athleticism and his length. So just a really impressive job. Forced fumble. Now Notre Dame has it in enemy territory, ready to score again. JOK had 5 forced fumbles the last 2 years. So this is not a unique thing for him. He's able to get with his closing burst and his length, he's able to create those collisions and knock the ball out. Just a really nice play on 3rd down.
Dane, can you give us some context here? We've seen 3 plays lined up over the slot, way out wide, not over from the tackle box. He is well outside the tackle box making plays. When's the last time you saw a linebacker or who's somebody that he reminds you of with his comfort playing out in space against? These are legitimate slot receivers that he's going with, running with, and making plays against.
Right. And that's why he's so unique, because the ways you can use him. He's not your traditional stack backer. He can line up over the slot and he's going to make plays like this. So, we saw a guy last year like Isaiah Simmons come out of Clemson who played a lot of safety at Clemson. But the way that, he's being used in the NFL, seeing more nickel opportunities, seeing more opportunities in the slot. So he can use that athleticism, use that length to his advantage. And that's with the JOK. You don't want to just, shoehorn him into, he's only this, only that. Line him up over the slot, line him up, as a linebacker, do different things with him because of that athletic versatility. So really, really unique player.
So we've talked about blitzing. We've talked about coverage. We've seen even more coverage here against a very good player in Amari Rodgers. They think is going to be the next Randall Cobb for Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. And now we're going to see what they like to talk about with linebackers in the game. You got to play sideline to sideline in the National Football League, Dane. And here it is against, again, a very good, very fast Clemson team.
Yep, another Clemson play. And this is the ACC title game. So Trevor Lawrence back in there at quarterback. So yeah, we've seen blitzing, we've seen coverage. This shows the range versus the run. And we can see he is tracking Travis Etienne there in the backfield. He's tracking him the whole way. He knows he has to get wide. And so as we run the play here, Travis Etienne, he's going to the top of the screen there. He's got wide field, a lot of room to work. Watch JOK as he's working laterally here. He's going to cross the face of that wide receiver block. Inside, boom, outside, works across his face, stays clean. That first Notre Dame defender actually misses Etienne in space, but JOK is right there to clean it up. Boom, and hits the gas, finishes with authority. And what I love about Owusu-Koramoah as a finisher is you see that rare explosiveness in space. We've talked about that, but he doesn't just explode towards his target. He explodes through his target. And we see that here. He's creating that violent collision, physical tackles. And so, it's just a really, really impressive thing when you have that explosiveness, not only to use it in space, to use it as a finisher. And that's what we see here against Etienne.
There's no doubt. And it looks like he's playing at a different speed. And there are a lot of guys who are drafted in the NFL on the field on that offense for the Clemson Tigers. And he's just able to close. I mean, I think it's the closing ability. Yeah. We haven't seen that type of speed in the linebacking core for the Browns in a long time. Jacob Phillips, I thought last year at times, flashed kind of some of that speed and that tackling ability. But this is a different level of just burst and physicality, it seems like.
Yeah, and I think he did a really nice job here using his length to stay off that block, because we know in space, in a straight line, he has that athleticism, but he has to work around some trash here. He has to use his hands, stay clean, work outside, and he does a really nice job of that too. So he can take on contact. He's a little bit better in some of those areas, but he does a really nice job here staying clean. And then the finish, I mean, you talked about it, that closing speed. It's rare for a linebacker. So just a really, really impressive play here. And we've seen it all. As a blitzer in coverage, creating turnovers, and then here versus the run, playing sideline to sideline. He can do it all on the football field.
I mean, Dane, this is first round tape, is it not?
He was my 14th overall player in the draft. I mean, I think he is a big-time talent. As long as you have a plan for him and how you're going to deploy him in certain situations, how is he going to fit your personnel packages, nickel, dime, dollar, all these different things that the defense wants to do. As long as you have a plan for him, I mean, he is going to end up being a steal for the Browns.
It certainly looks that way, and I know Joe Woods is thrilled to have him on the roster. It'll be fun to see how he deploys him. So far, 2 picks in. Greg Newsome, JOK, speed, closing, ball skills, all of it on display as the Browns really wanted to improve this defense, and it's great to get into the film room and check out these guys. Coming up next will be Anthony Schwartz. You want speed? Oh boy, we're talking world-class speed on offense. For Dane Brugler, I'm Nathan Zegura saying thanks for joining us on another edition of the Browns Breakdown.